Alright guys, so just a super quick follow-up video on the Eachine TWIG HD that I did a video on a little while ago, about a week ago I think, and I made some modifications. I swapped the firmware. I put Betaflight 4.1 on here, and it's just stock Betaflight bits. I didn't do any tuning, and flies much better on Betaflight 4.1. I also switched to props, as you can see here. I'm running 2.5-inch props instead of the 3-inch gem fan props, and as I suspected, I have much better control in the low end of the throttle, which is what I prefer with the 2.5-inch prop on these 1105 motors. It is obviously going to be slower than on the 3-inch props, but I would rather have control over speed. And I'm also finding that with the, I guess, the better tune on Betaflight 4.1 and these props, much less jello in the HD video. Obviously I didn't change the canopy or the frame, so I'm thinking that at this point I would probably it's pretty good. I think we just maybe needs a little bit more tuning, but at this point I'm thinking about moving everything over to a different frame anyway, and that's going to be in a later video. But for those of you guys that saw that I mentioned about the Beta FPV 1204 motors, I'm thinking I'm going to put these on the non-HD version of the TWIG in a different video, so it's not going to be on this one. I'm actually going to probably take this stuff out of this frame and put it into a different frame for a separate video. But for this one, just wanted to show you that I didn't really do a lot of work. Just flashed Betaflight 4.1 on here, swap the props out to 2.5-inch props, and you'll see that I think it flies a lot better now on this setup here. And I may put this onto a different frame, maybe like a pickle, and just stick with the 2.5-inch prop, because the 1105 motor just it just doesn't have the torque for a 3-inch prop, I don't think, for this weight with the HD system on there. Anyway, so for the next video, I'm going to probably switch this stuff over to a different frame. I was given a coupon code for a video that is for, and that's not necessarily for this one, it's for the TWIG or the TWIG HD. I think it'll work for either one. It's 20% off. The code here I'll put up on the screen, so if you've been watching the video, I'm not going to put it in the description because I'm just going to put this code in here for you guys that actually watch the videos, and the code will be up on the screen. You get 20% off of here, so 20% off of this just for the parts is pretty good. So yeah, if you don't like the frame or whatever, you don't like the fact that they stole the frame from someone else, blah blah blah, then yeah, just get it for the parts, because if you take 20% off the whatever the list price of this is, 129, and I do the math with the number here on the screen, it's pretty cheap. I don't think you can get any of these parts here altogether for a build for that cheap. So if you're just going to do another build on whatever frame you like, then get the parts off here, just strip the parts off this frame and just use it on something else, which is what I'm going to do for the next video. And if you use that coupon code, you get 20% off. There's a limit of 20, so yeah, those will probably be gone pretty soon. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll be getting more of those, but yeah, they just gave me that special code because I was going to make a couple extra videos on this particular model. So hopefully that'll help you guys out if you want to just get the parts for a different kind of a build. Yeah, it's, it shouldn't be that hard. You just unplug the motors, unscrew the motors here, unscrew the stack, and just put it onto a different frame. It should, like I said, I'll do another video, but yeah, it shouldn't take that long. Anyway, here's the flight footage, HD footage here from this guy, and yeah, let me know what you guys think of this new setup here compared to the original video on the stock setup. I think it flies a lot better. Let me know in the comments below.
Telemetry recovered.
Still getting telemetry loss warnings. See, I'm pretty close.
Telemetry recovered.
I feel like on these 2.5-inch props, I have a little bit more control on the low end of the throttle. Obviously not as fast as the 3-inch prop. But I think I can already tell there's going to be less jello. Again, clear skies, totally sunny. And 4.1 seems to have a better tune. This is just default PIDs, by the way, in Betaflight 4.1. Just trying to get some prop wash to come out. It's handling it pretty good. So I think on this heavier setup, going to a smaller 2.5-inch prop is going to be better for control. Yeah, I think it just flies smoother. Not as jerky as on the 3-inch gem fan. Normally that move would give me a lot of prop wash, but I don't think I heard any that time. So I think the hype around Betaflight 4.1 might be true. Let's see how hot these motors are. Got a little bit of oscillation there. It's getting a little windier now. Getting 3 minutes of flight time, 11 volts, so maybe I'm getting a little better battery, a little bit better battery life now too. Yeah, I just feel like I have much more control. A little bit of voltage sag there. Yeah, it's a little loose. I think I might want to bump up the feed forward, especially on the roll axis. Yaw seems pretty locked in. High gain seems okay too. Alright, I'm just gonna try and fly this nice and smooth here.
Telemetry lost. Telemetry recovered.
Can't fly too far away. Yeah, if you guys get this, you're gonna have to add the external receiver.
Telemetry lost. Telemetry recovered.
Can't fly that far away.
Lost. Telemetry recovered.
Alright, about 10.5 volts almost here. I'm gonna 10.5 volts. I'll land it. So almost 5 minutes here. Yeah, so about 5 minutes of flight. 3.5 volts per cell at the end. Here we go. Now I ended it. So, what do you guys think of this new setup? Oh, rolling, still rolling.